What's up, guys, and welcome back to another episode. My name is Infamous, and we're going to be looking at the newest version of the updated tier list for Metal Storm here, taking all the planes into account. Same as with the TDM and Elimination tier list, we have the ones that have changed position circled. Now we're going to tell you a little bit about why we did that and what were the thoughts behind it. So starting off with the MiG-31, this wasn't C, it moved up to B. It's as simple as that. This plane has great acceleration for an interceptor. It gets up there, it moves. It's not that it turns around a cap very well, but it can get to a cap well enough. Where the F-111, the reason why it's in D, it's just not getting to places very quickly unless it's like falling from a high height or doing its interceptor gig. Really, F-111, kind of a one-trick pony in that regard. J-20 has a stealth advantage like that. If you don't shoot, you don't get shot at kind of thing unless they're really, really close. And is also fairly quick and has better acceleration. So, yeah, definitely a solid plane. Hence why it's up in the AS category for just being stealthy and quick. The Su-33 also dropped from A to B. Su-33 is okay. Its power to weight is lackluster. It does carry 6 manual missiles, but they only fire one at a time. And there are just a lot of planes now that fire multiples in the air at a time. So I believe that they're slightly better than the Su-33. Su-33 does feature rapid fuel reload at level 8, but for all intents and purposes, it really is very similar to the other flankers here. F-35, kind of still crud. I'm not gonna lie. It does have rapid fuel reload as its level 8 ability, but I mean, it has a nice armor-piercing gun, but it runs out of ammo. If you fire it a lot, it don't go through an ammo reload point. The missiles take a long, long time to lock if you don't have improved targeting, which will only get up to level 16. Yeah, it's just this plane doesn't really get good until you get mods on it, and then it kind of becomes playable. So I don't really count that here because like I'm assuming everything is level 8 with its level 8 ability. So yeah, this is just like I kind of view it as a mid plane. It does okay, but it's not like the best you could get, right? F-18, I view it as the same level as the F-18 realistically, even though it does have a slightly better acceleration, I believe. The F-18 has faster locking missiles. It's better in a snap engagement. I like the F-18 better in that regard. A-10, slow. That's why it's here. It doesn't have a lot of reach out touch you like the Su-25 does. Yeah, it's good if you're defending a point, like you're just sticking on a point, but the power to weight is so bad, and its turn rate got reduced, its roll rate got reduced, like it just, yeah, it got nerfed, so yeah, it's going to be down there. A6, yeah, this changed position. It's kind of the same reasons I just talked about the A10. It's big, it's an easy target. I know that we don't target like that, but it's just not, it's not practical for air superiority as much as some of the other um, options for an attacker out there, like the A4, which is an amazing plane for air superiority. Even a GR3 actually is kind of a beast again, and Su-25 still good. I would much rather, if we're taking a 5-man team out, someone grab a GR3 and A4 or Su-25 over an A6. I'll just be honest with you. Su-22 or Su-34, I still think are better options than the A6 because both are faster. Su-22 is faster with its wing swept back. Su-34 is just faster because it's a flanker basically made into attacker. F-106, it's got downgraded from AS level to A because it's fast-ish, but it's not like the fastest. It does have a nice fast locking missiles and does have a nuke ability a little late, but it's really not an amazing plane for air superiority. Let's put it that way. I believe there are better ones. Su-22, wing swept back. It gets to a place fast, wings out. It does decently well. It has butt guns. It can defend itself from the rear if you have the ability. And with 4 IR missiles and decent medium armor penetrating guns, it's just a solid-ish plane. I mean, I say ish because it doesn't turn super well, but it's not bad. Let's put it that way. Su-47, for air superiority reasons, this one is decently good, as good as the Su-35 in this case. I will say, though, I do prefer the Su-35 over the Su-47. Due to the fact that the Su-47, if it gets hit with a missile, it does make you lose control, and you can smash into rocks if you're playing in a really, really close game. And if you're only a little late, you don't have access to like faster flares or something, which can kind of save you from that fate. But yeah, like the Su-35, I just feel is a little bit better for doing air superiority than the Su-47, depending upon how you're playing it. If you're standing off a little more Su-47 is solid. Um, M2K, M2K bleed speeds in corners. It's not good like that. But if you are uh, trying to bait missiles out from like an interceptor or something using your chaff, and then getting to your cap point, and then try to fast snap lock somebody with your hunters. I mean, yeah, this plane is really, really good for that. It requires, like the TDM elimination, it requires a better hand at playing. An average player or below is not going to do very well with an M2K, but an experienced player is going to do very well with an M2K. So, I would say that this one here is kind of like AS level with an asterisk over there, and like, yeah, but there's conditions, right? Su-25 got demoted from S to AS because it was nerfed. It's been nerfed several times. Um, this plane got, I believe, a little slower. Its turn rate got reduced. I mean, just a lot of things happened, but it still has the Fireall. It still has ranged rockets. The gun is still insane. Yeah, like this plane is still potent as all get out. And if you're defending a point, again, I would much rather take a Su-25 than an A-10 right now. Not gonna lie. Um, even though even though the A-10 has the health regen, the Su-25 I think still just plays better. Still just can knock planes out better. F4. Again, this plane has made some massive leaps after the buffs that it's received. It can hold 400s up in the air at the same time, 400 missiles that is. It has 4 IRs besides that. It has the stress turn ability. It's fairly quick. It has the altitude trait. Granted, you're not really going to use that much in an F4, but realistically, this plane is awesome. And it does well for both AS and TDM and elimination. So there's that. The J-20, we kind of touched on a little bit earlier. It's stealth. It's quick. It has 8 missiles, 6 of which are radar, 2 of which are IR. It does really well for itself, almost no matter what situation it's put into. I don't love it for air superiority personally. However, I have seen it used to great effect. And if you are playing with a 5-man team that knows how to play with Interceptor, this can be an absolutely deadly addition to that team. So that's why it's an AS level versus the other Interceptors that are not up here. And lastly, we make it to the S level with the changes that we have here. Everything stays the same except for the F-15 we moved up in here because they allowed it to have 4 manual missiles. Notice I didn't say Hunter. Manual missiles up in the air at the same time. That's really, really awesome. It's fast. It's fairly maneuverable. I mean, again, this plane just feels great to fly in an air superiority situation. If you're getting from cap to cap really, really well, the F-15 is just the one to do it in if you want to play a heavy fighter and have the ability to hold 4 missiles in the air at the same time. It is really, really nice. A4, beast of an attacker, needs no introduction. I will talk about it though for a second. This plane is still absolutely doing awesome after they nerfed the rockets on it. I still think it's doing great. FGR, it's a new addition to the S tier. After just a lot of careful consideration, I've wanted to put it S tier for a while. I just went ahead and did it. This plane to me is very unsung in Metal Storm in the sense that it's super good. Like this plane can just do just about whatever, and it's delta wing, but it's quick. It doesn't really bleed a ton of speed in corners, but it still can turn absolutely great. I mean, makes around a cap circle just fine. Has 2 long range radars, 4 short range IRs. I mean, higher piercing gun. What is there not to actually love about this plane? It is really, really nice. F-16 here for obvious reasons. MiG-19 here for obvious reasons. F-1 obvious reasons. JF-17. This one here is new to the tier list and is an absolute air superiority beast with the edge boost ability at level 8. Decent cannons, faster locking radars than normal for this type of plane, and 2 IRs. I mean, and it has decent ability, but also decent agility, meaning it can turn really well as well at 38 degrees a second. this plane is no slouch, and if you are close to terrain with that edge boost, you are going to just be zipping. So yeah, I mean honestly, the JF-17 Thunderer should be S tier in my opinion for air superiority. It is an absolute beast. Guys, I hope you've enjoyed this tier list. Let me know in the comment section down below if you agree with it or disagree with it. And until next time, pilots, clear skies.